Jai Shri Ram. By the grace of Lord Sri Krishna, Lord Sri Jagannath, Lord Sri Ram, we will continue the story of Rāmāyaṇa Part 2, Chapter 8, Ravana's Lost Each Incited. If you are not watched the previous chapter of Rāmāyaṇa, you may go to the playlist or click on the I button so that you can connect the story of Rāmāyaṇa from the beginning till to this chapter. The chapter 8 is starting like this. There was one Rakshasa named Akampana who escaped from Ram. After seeing all his companions killed, Akampana fled to Lanka to inform Ravana of the news. Going before the Lord of the Rakshasa, who was the source of all created beings and who took pleasure in giving pain to others. Akampana fell at his feet and said, O great king, your entire army which was stationed in the Janasthana forest is now no more. Even the mighty Khara and Dusana are dead. Only I have somehow survived. Ravana shook with anger when he heard this news. He gazed with his 10 heads at the disheveled and fearful Rakshasa lying at his feet. The demon king rose up quickly from his golden throne. He was pitiless and rough, and he felt no compassion for the trembling Akampana. As he spoke, he appeared about the consume Akampana in his rage, who, with his life all but ended, is responsible for this rash act. He demanded, O weak Rakshasa, what fool would dare antagonize Ravana? Even Indra, Kuvera, or the great Yamaraja would not be safe if they offend me. I can burn fire and kill even death himself. Under the protection of Brahma boons, Ravana had become utterly conceited and arrogant. He considered himself unconquerable. Even the principal gods had been forced to retreat in battle against him. None of them could contradict Brahma's order. They would therefore not kill Ravana, even if capable. He had thus arranged the universe, creating havoc and fearing nothing. He grabbed hold of Akampana. Tell me the name of the wicked witch who has slain my followers. You need not fear, for whoever it is will certainly die at my hand today. Akampana was reassured by Ravana's word. At least the demon's king was not going to vent his anger on him. He replied, it was a man who carried out this astonishing feat of killing the Rakshasa army. He is a son of Dasharatha named Ram. Tall and powerful built, the prince possesses matchless strength. He alone annihilated the entire host of Rakshasas. Ravana listened in disbelief. How was it is possible? One Rakshasa against a large number of men was easy to believe, but a single man killing 14,000 Rakshasa was incredible. Ravana hissed like an angry snake. Was this Ram accompanied by Indra and all the gods? Seeing Ravana's incredulity, Akampana went on describing Rama's power. It is difficult to even look upon Rav as he stands on the battlefield. His golden winged arrow fall in thousands with the force of a tempest. He has mastered the celestial weapons and looks like death incarnate while fighting. Whichever way the Rakshasa ran, stricken with fear, they saw Ram standing in their front. No gods assisted him. O great one, he alone devastated your army. Ravana snorted desires derisively. He would not be humiliated by any merry man. He thought of this of his own power. Thousands of years ago, he had gone to the Himalayas, intent on performing austerities in order to gain unmatched material opulence. It was then that he approached Brahma. Surviving on air alone, he took only one breath a day. When he failed after a long time to propitiate Brahma, he begins a sacrifice. He cut off his 20 arms one by one and offered them into the fire to please Brahma. When Brahma still did not appear, the demons began to cut off each of uh, his 10 head and place them in the fire. At last Brahma appeared before him. Ravana then secured his boon, which he now recalled. He had not asked for immunity to humans, but how could any human even look at him? Never mind fight with him. Even the gods felt in fear when he mounted his chariot for battle. This Ram sounded most unusual, but nevertheless, Ravana was proud of his hard own strength and felt sure he could kill Ram without difficulty. Standing with his back to Akampana, he said, I shall go immediately and finish this Ram. Akampana was intelligent. He had already realized Ram's irresistible strength when he saw him fighting. The Rakshasa had thus stood back from the fight and made his escape. He considered that Ravana's chances of defeating Ram were slight. Therefore, he advised his king, when Ram is enraged, he cannot be tamed by any warrior. In my opinion, he could, by the force of his arrows, tear down the very heavens with the sun, moon, and constellation. He could stream the current of a folded river or break down the shore of the ocean and deluge the entire world. With his arrows, Ram could lift the earth itself. Indeed, the the illustrious man could all dissolve dissolve all the worlds and then create them again. Ravana turned and looked pensively at Akampana. Clearly, Ram was no ordinary man. Akampana was himself a powerful commander of the Rakshasa force. He knew how to estimate the strength of the enemy. The Rakshasa king listened carefully as Akampana continued. I do not think you will be able to defeat Ram in battle any more than a sinful man can attain the regions of heaven. However, there is a way by which you can probably overcome him. Listen, as I tell you. Ravana sat on his throne and leaned forward attentively as Akampana went on. Ram has come to the forest with his wife Sita. I have heard she is more beautiful than any goddess, female Gandharvas or Apsara. From all accounts, she is a stunning jewel among women who cannot be compared to any other. Surely she is dearer to Ram than his own life, as he has brought her with him even to the lonely forest, O king, by means of some trick kidnap Sita. Ram will be overcome by grief and either die or be weakened enough for you to defeat him. Ravana pondered Akampana's suggestion. He liked the idea. Thinking Akampana, he decided to go to the next day to find Sita. He first needed to seek the help of Maricha, the son of Tadaka, who was well known of his magical powers. Ravana mounted his chariot, which shone like the sun and was drawn by a great mule with the head of friends. As he as he sat in his golden chariot, which had a white canopy spread over it, he was fanned by attractive maidens. His strongly built body was the color of a grossly black gems. With his 10 head and 20 arms, he reassembled a 10-peaked mountain. As his chariot rose up to the sky, he cast his splendor like a thunder cloud with flashes of lightning. The mighty Rakshasa moved swiftly ahead, surveying the scene below. Heading north towards the Himalaya, he saw beneath him the beautiful coastline. It was crowded with hermitage and graced with numerous woods and lake filled with lotus. Many Siddhas, Karanas, Gandharvas, and other divine beings spotted in great joy in and around those lakes. Thousands of apsara danced and played with the god. Ravana saw in sky wonderful aerial cars like white mansions adorned with celestial garlands and carrying the residents of heaven. From the car came the sound of delightful music which enlivened the heart and mind. Passing over a great forest, Ravana came at last to the northern mountains. There he found Maricha's hermitage defeated and punished by Ram. Maricha had retired to the forest and dedicated himself to the practice of penance. He looked up in surprise as Ravana chariot descended from the sky. Maricha rose up quickly and greeted the overlord of all the Rakshasa. Welcome, great king, he said reverentially. I hope everything is well in Lanka. What has brought you to this lonely forest inhabited only by ascetic? Maricha offered Ravana celestial food unknown to humans. He sat him on a mat of kusa grass and served him personally. Ravana only looked at the food and said to Maricha, my entire army of Rakshasa led by the powerful Kharo has been destroyed by Rama. O son of Dasaratha, conducting single-handedly and on foot. I am here to seek your assistance too in abandon, abducting Ram's wife Sita. By this means only will I be able to overpower Ram. Maricha stood up with a start. By what army is in the guise of a friend have you been tendered this advice? He asked in horror. Who have you offended so that they should suggest that you kidnap Ram's wife? That person clearly seeks to ride the world of the Rakshas god. Using you as his tool, he desires to exact a fang from the jaws of a servant. Who is it, O king, who has dealt you a powerful blow on the head, even as you slept peacefully? Maricha placed paced up and down, shaking his head. He had already been convinced of Ram's incomparable power, hearing that he alone had killed Khara and his army only confirmed it all the more. He trembled as he continued to speak. O Ravana, you should not even think of staring at Ram. That lion among men, whose sharp teeth are his numberless arrows, easily kill small animals in the form of Rakshasas killed in battle. Do not haul yourself into the vast and dreadful ocean of the angry Ram, whose arms are its agitators and whose weapons are its tossing waves. Remain peaceful in Lanka, enjoying with your wives, and allow Ram to sport in the woods with his wife Sita. Maricha spoke passionately. He continued to argue against the wisdom of Ravana's antagonizing Ram. Ravana listened thoughtfully. He again recalled his omission to ask Brahma for invincibility against humans. The Rakshasa Maricha. The Rakshasa king asked Maricha why he considered Ram so powerful, telling him about the incident of Vishwamitra's sacrifice. Maricha replied, I was raging the earth, my body appeared like a mountain with a huge iron club in my hand. My might exceeded of a thousand elephants. I would roam about in the forest eating the flesh of rishis, considering me more powerful than even the gods. The sage Vishwamitra sought only Ram as his protector. Ram was a merry boy at that time. When I saw him in Vishwamitra hermitage, I disregarded him, thinking him to be simply a child. However, with a single arrow, Ram hit and threw me 800 miles into the ocean, and he salted all of my powerful companions. Maricha told Ravana how he returned to the forest again. He assumed the form of Saurabha, a fierce eight-legged carnivorous beast capable of killing even lion. In that form, accompanied by two other Rakshasa in similar form, he continued to terrorize the Rusi. One day he again came across Ram seated in his hermitage. Rakshasa in the form of Saurabhas rushed at Ram, remembering their previous enmity. In a instant, Ram had lifted and strung his bow, released three gold-tipped arrows with which sped like thunderbolts. Maricha two companions were killed outright. Maricha himself had dogged um, the arrow and retreated in fear. He then decided to abandon his life of antagonizing Rishi and retire to the mountains. Concluding his speech, Maricho said, My fear of Rama has made me adopt this life of asceticism. Indeed, I live in continuous dread of that prince. In every tree I see Ram, clad in brass and wielding his bow, looking like death personified, standing with his nose in hand. I actually see thousands of rams all around me. Indeed, this whole forest appears to have turned into Ram. I see him everywhere, even in dream and meditations. If someone speak out of a word beginning with R, I say with terror, O king, under no circumstances shall I be convinced to again stand before Ram. Ravana sat silently after Maricha stopped speaking. Out of pride, the Rakshasa king still felt capable of dealing with Ram. He was going to be afraid of a merry human. However, seeing Marich's reluctance to assist him, he decided to return Lanka and await another opportunity. He felt sure that his path would soon cross with Rams. Soon after he arrived back at Lanka, Surpanaka visited him as he sat atop his seven-storied palace surrounded by his minister. His sister came and fell at his feet, wailing piteously. She rolled about on the ground. She looked up at Ravana, who sat on his golden throne, glowing like a fire fed with abundant fuel. His huge blackish body was covered by celestial robes, a- adorned with jeweled ornaments taken from the gods. His 20 arms, which could arrest the movement of the planet, looked like great tree trunks. They were marked by scare made by Indra's thunderbolt and the other weapon of the god. He stared down at Supranka with his 20 reddish eyes. Ravana told his sister to get up and asked her why she was lamenting. Shrupanaka, displaying her mutilated face, answering him harshly, "Do you not see my disfigured face? What kind of protector are you, O king? I am a helpless woman and your sister, but I have been humiliated at the hand of a man. Do you not care for this, O powerful Rakshasa?" The Rakshasi shook with fear and anger as she continued to address the demon god. Everyone revile a monarch who is licentious and overly attached to sensual enjoyment, such as a king who fails to properly attend to his state affair is soon ruined. O Ravana, are you not aware that you are losing control of your terrorist territories, having formed enmity with the gods and the Brahmins? How can we expect to rest here in peace, enjoy the pleasure of life? You are childish and without any intelligence. You do not know what should be done, and will therefore lose your kingdom before long. Hearing such a searing rebuke in the midst of his minister, enraged Ravana, short tempered and intolerant, he replied angrily, "Tell me who has attacked you, wicked woman. Why are you afraid?" Srupanaka told Ravana what had happened. She also described to him Ravana's inhalation of Rakshasa exactly as Ravana had already heard in it from Akampana. Ravana's curiosity about Ram was aroused. He said, "Tell me more about Ram. Why is he living in the forest? What is his strength and his weakness? How has he overpowered the on a sea level Kharo, Dusana, and Trisira?" After telling Ravana that Ram had been sent a forest by his father, Shrupanekha described how she had personally witnessed Ram's power. "I could not see when Ram took off his arrow and bent his bow when shone brightly like a rainbow. I only saw the Rakshasa army falling like hewn trees. The demons resembled a wheat field destroyed by a downpour of hailstones. I also saw by Ram's side his brother Lakshmana. He too seems expansion exceptionally glorious and is clearly devoted to Ram. Indeed, he appears like Ram's second self. I hold these two brothers to be practically unconquerable in battle. Shrupanaka, as a Rakshasi, possessed celestial intelligence. Like Akambana. She was able to recognize Ram's power, although she did not understand his identity. She spoke cunningly, wanting to incite her brother to comfort Ram. I saw by Ram's side his beloved wife Sita, whose beauty is hard to describe. Her dark eyes and hair contrast vividly with the hue and luster of her body, which resembles a gold. Her breasts, hips, and thighs are exquisitely shaped, and she shines like another goddess Lakshmi. Surpanaka knew that her brother was lusty. He had absolutely no regard for moral law and took pleasure in enjoying other wives. The Rakshasi went on describing Sita. Her countenance is like the full moon, with her thin waist and delicate limbs. Sita is beyond compare. I have seen no woman like her on the face of the earth. Be she a goddess, Gandharvas, or a Yakshas. Any man embarrassed with delight by Sita will enjoy a happiness greater than that of Indra. Without doubt, that a peerless female who is a gentle disposition would be a worthy consort of for you, O king of demons. Ravana's mind was captivated by her description. He considered how to might win her. Arrogantly, he assumed that she would be attracted to him, the great and powerful king of Rakshasa. But how could she be taken from Ram? Ravana was beginning to think that he needed to exercise uh, caution each in his approach to Ram. He listened at his sister continue. I wanted to snatch away Sita and bring her to you, oh brother, but I was viciously attacked by the wicked and cruel-minded Lakshmana. No one but you, oh mighty king, will be capable of taking Sita from Ram. Surely she would be your wife. Why not go to the forest and see her wondrous beauty for yourself? Surpanaka longed for revenge. Sita was the cause of her being mutilated. The Rakshasa woman wanted the prince to be taken princess to be taken from Ram so that both Ram and Sita would feel intolerable pain. Perhaps the Ravanas would be able to overpower the grief-stricken Ram. Surpanaka gazed imploringly on her brother, snatch away the incomparable Sita from Ram. Then standing in the forefront of battle, defeat and kill that human along with his evil brother. Ravana was convinced. He was already angered by Ram's killing of the Rakshasa army in Janasthana. Now here was his own sister, disfigured and humiliated by the human brothers. Ravana took that personally. He especially could not tolerate the sharp and tongue-ting words Rupaneka delivered in front of his ministers. He had to prove his power, and above all, he wanted to have Sita. Thinking again of Maricha, he called for his chariot. This time he would not be deterred from his purpose. Maricha refusal to help him was unacceptable. Ravana mounted his great chariot and rose up swiftly into the sky. This is how Ravana was informed about Lord Sri Ram from um, from Akampana and Srupanekha. Jai Jagannath, Jai Sri Krishna.